Daniel,
Oh my gosh, what?
can you believe how good this episode's going to be?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I thought I was kind of proud of myself for coming up with this idea of, and in memory of Memorial Day. I thought it was a good fit.
Yeah. I mean, and you know how I don't normally do like a lot of prep work for these?
Yeah.
Don't give me grief. Anyway, so I think that I did a lot of prep work, and I think that it will show.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched War Room at least 5 times this past week.
War Room?
Yeah, War Room.
No, Philip.
What?
Go read that email.
Daniel.
Go read the email I sent to you about today's
Daniel,
episode.
we're doing War Room Easter eggs.
No, please just pull up the email. Go look at it. Philip, this is why we can't gain patrons.
Hey, Philip, guess what episode we're doing for Memorial Day? ? Easter eggs from the 2015 Christian movie War Room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now
Go
down like
Got
3
it.
or 4 spaces.
There's
more at the bottom.
Oh.
Yep. Read that. Read that part.
Just kidding. We're doing best fictional wars in movies.
So your list is about the 2015 Christian film War Room and its so-called Easter eggs that you somehow found.
There are a lot.
Hello.
Oh, you do it.
I'm Philip.
You're Philip.
Yeah.
And I'm Daniel.
And we count down the best and worst that media has to offer when we when we feel like it.
And I'm actually Philip.
And I'm Daniel.
Okay.
So today I think this is a first to where we have
completely
different lists.
No.
Yeah, the Dark Knight podcast. It was the same list.
Yeah.
It was just yours was not real and mine was. But this one's completely different. Yeah. I'm doing best fictional wars in movies, and Philip is doing
best War Room Easter eggs.
For those of you who are lost on the joke, on Philip's behalf, it's okay. I'm in the same boat as you are.
Well,
I don't know where this joke came from in the first place.
Well, it's war.
All right,
it's war and
that's
a war room.
That's the only thing.
There is a war scene in the war movie called War Room.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen War Room.
Well, let me give you a taste of how much people love it.
Okay.
All right. So this is from our good friend named, what is his name? Brian Dodd, who does leadership stuff.
And here at Apex?
No, just a guy on the internet.
Okay.
You know, you can trust him because he's on the internet.
Yeah, okay.
He says about War Room, brought to you by the same people who gave you 2 of my all-time favorite movies, Fireproof and Courageous.
Oh.
I had high expectations for this film, and my expectations were well exceeded. Focusing on the power of prayer and the impact it can make on every area of your life, War Room is the finest movie I have seen in 2015. The finest. Can I give you a list of 2015 movies that happened?
Yes, please do. So.
Mad Max, Fury Road,
Okay.
Inside Out, The Martian, Star Wars, let's see, The Revenant, Creed,
Age of Ultron.
And
Ant-Man.
The Hateful Eight. Yeah, it's just so many things. There's a movie called Room, surprisingly. Ant-Man came out then. None compare to.
Whoa, he named those?
No.
Oh.
But he did unintentionally by saying that nothing compares to it.
He said War Room was
his favorite
was better
movie
than Mad Max Fury Road.
That's right.
Mad Max Fury Road is one of the best movies of the last probably like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. Now listen, before all my Christian brothers and sisters get mad at me for ragging on this movie, let me tell you something. It's not good art. It's not good art. I understand its Christian implications, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, sure. But in terms of art,
Not so much.
not so great.
I remember Courageous. I remember being like, I mean, I was younger when I watched it.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, kind of engaged in what was going on.
Uh-huh.
But I just remember the acting being just atrocious.
Yeah, it normally is pretty bad. Now, I will say that War Room, the 5 times that I watched it, it doesn't have bad acting. There's some bad acting. There's definitely...
But the main characters aren't.
The main characters aren't terrible.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah, you know, if you're... Well, now listen. You will become a prayer warrior
Okay.
by the end of it. So if you're ready for that.
All right.
And your
I'll
room,
prep. I'll prep.
Your closet will become a war room.
Is that what happens in the
That's
movie?
what happens.
The closet becomes the war room?
The closet becomes the war room.
All right. You've piqued my interest.
I hope so. Well, I'm about to pique some more interest once I go through all
the Easter eggs
10
that
of
you
these
found?
Easter eggs.
Okay.
So
Do
what's
you
your
have-
list about?
Well, okay. So you don't have honorable mentions,
No
right?
honorable
Okay.
mentions.
So I'll start off with honorable mentions for best fictional wars and movies.
Okay. So is that like, so are we going to get like, I don't know, like Avengers War? Or you mean like movies that are realistic?
No, so like, no, Saving Private Ryan will not be in this
Because it was a
list
real
because that's a real war. World War
about-
II is a real war.
About a real war.
Yes. So these my criteria or the things I was going off of were creativity, the feelings of like helplessness the wars give you, and how much I care about the people involved. Those were kind of what I was going off on.
I like that.
Okay,
Okay.
so these are honorable mentions.
Yep. And then I'll do my number 10.
Okay. So this one doesn't really go along with any of my criteria,
Yeah.
but it's pretty iconic, I guess. So I felt, and the movies suck, but it's a really famous thing. So G.I. Joe versus Cobra.
I forgot about that. That was a movie that somebody made.
There's actually 2 G.I. Joe movies.
Wow.
But that's like a famous fictional war. They've been fighting for like 40 years.
That's plus.
Yeah. The Harry Potter wizarding war that's going on.
Yeah, it goes swing.
Yeah.
That's the sound it makes when they do
Vada
it.
Kedavra.
Oh, whoa. I just turned into a frog.
No, actually, that's the death spell.
It's basically abracadabra with a V.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Avada Kedavra or something
Man,
like that.
You killed all our listeners.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Corey. Just kidding. That would be if it was patrons.
That's true.
We have more listeners.
We have 10.
Thank you, all listeners.
We had 10 people listen last time.
Pacific Rim.
Oh.
Just the first one. I didn't ever see the second one, so I don't know. But the first one, I like that. I like giant aliens fighting giant
machines.
Yeah, robots. It's pretty cool. World War Z.
Ooh. I've actually seen that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie, actually.
That's the one with Tom Hanks doing stuff?
No, it's Brad Pitt.
I'm sorry, Brad Pitt. Same guy.
Did you really just get
I
Brad
just
Pitt
got
and
him.
Tom
I
Hanks?
did just get him. Did you just say Tom Hanks?
You said Tom Hanks. I said Brad Pitt.
Did I say Tom Hanks?
Yes, you did.
Man, I'm tired. Time for me to go on vacation.
Where am I? The Days of Future Past War.
Oh,
So the mutants.
I've seen that one as
mutants
well.
versus Sentinels.
I don't remember it super well, but I remember seeing it.
That's it doesn't take up a huge portion of the movie. I mean, it's what puts the plot into motion, but
Yeah, it's like the very first thing that happens. Is
yeah,
that it?
once Logan gets to 1973, it doesn't cut back a whole lot. But it's really It's pretty much very similar to one of my actual
Daniel.
ranked ones. Yeah.
I just don't care about that movie anymore.
Oh. And then Narnia.
Oh.
The reason why it's an honorable mention is because there's never like I feel like the villains change every movie. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah. It's
when I think of a war, it's one villain, throughout.
yeah.
But with this, it's just a bunch of separate things. I feel like.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, okay.
All right.
Why don't you go ahead and start with your first Easter egg?
Now,
your
my
number
first
10.
Easter egg, I think a lot of people caught on to it.
Okay.
So I saw it the first time and I caught on to it.
Okay.
And the first one is that the main character, I believe her name is Rachel. I don't remember. I don't remember her name, but I do remember that her coworker is the famous Christian writer Beth Moore.
Oh, really?
There she is, and she's got this nasty Southern accent.
Oh, does Beth Moore have a Southern accent?
She's from the South.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she does not hide it.
Is she a good part in it?
You mean is she like a good character or a bad character?
Yeah.
She's I don't remember. Medium character. I've seen it 5
You
times.
just watched it 5 times
Well,
this past
listen,
week.
the way that I watched it was very specific.
Okay.
I wasn't really paying attention to the
To
story
the
or
characters,
the
you
I was
were
looking
pausing
for-
every frame.
Yeah,
to
just
find
looking.
Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of good stuff in here. You're gonna see, but
Okay,
Beth Moore was an obvious one. I was like, well, I'll just throw that in. as number
Okay,
10.
yeah. I get that. All right. My number 10, just switching back over to my list, is the Autobots versus the Decepticons.
Oh, the very first Transformers.
Yeah, because I hate the sequels.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go with the first Michael Bay Transformers and the old cartoon movie.
Oh, you're throwing them both in there.
Yeah, because, it's the same war. It's just told from different perspective, a different story. But yeah, giant robots fighting each other.
Pretty cool.
That turn into cars. That's fun.
Pretty dang cool.
That first Transformers movie, I know it's not the best movie in the world, but I got a soft spot for it for
You do?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I don't know if guilty pleasure would be the right word, but it's so restrained up against the sequels. There's 5 good Autobots in that movie, and there's 9 villains, 9 Decepticons.
Yeah.
It's so restrained is the right word. It's crazy.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, it kind of goes into how their world fell into a civil war back on Cybertron, and then they escaped and came down to Earth. It's pretty cool. I like that war. I like the idea of it.
It's been I don't think I've seen it since it first came out.
I like it.
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
Mine? Number 9?
Back to you.
All right. So there's a scene where the husband, whose name is Troy, I believe,
Okay.
he's got a buddy that's Christian.
Okay.
So the premise of the story, husband, wife, daughter, just got the perfect life, perfect house.
Okay.
But husband is basically about to cheat on his wife.
Oh my.
And the wife needs to get in that war room and pray the devil out of that husband.
Okay.
And so anyway, the husband's at the gym, because only sinners go to gyms.
Yep.
Except for the Christian guy that's with him.
Okay.
And the Christian guy that's with him, well, also a cameo, he's a famous Christian comedian guy.
Oh.
But that's not it.
Wait.
That
who's
guy,
that guy?
I don't know what his name is. He's just famous. He's famous in the Christian world. I don't know what his name is. Michael something.
Okay.
Michael Douglas.
All right. Hank Pym himself.
But anyway, so that guy Hank Pym is wearing a T-shirt that says "a bread crumb and fish," and you're thinking you're not seeing this shirt because this is an audio format. But if you were to
Right.
see it, you thought it would have said Abercrombie and Fitch, but it really says a breadcrumb and fish.
Like Jesus feeding the 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I thought, that's pretty clever. I like that. That's a good little Easter egg they put in there.
Yeah, because like Christian marketing, they take like other designs.
Yeah,
and put
like
in.
there's like the Reese's and it becomes Jesus.
Right.
Or
Ben Johnson has a straight out of Compton T-shirt, but it's straight out of God's word.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
the John 3:16. That's
Right.
actually John 3:16.
Yeah. It's just
people
straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a little Easter egg.
I can't believe you caught on to that.
Yeah, well, that one was like third time through.
Okay, all right.
Because I thought it said Abercrombie and Fitch.
All right, but it's not the your Easter egg wasn't the guy who played him. It was the
No,
strawberries,
who
right?
cares about that?
Okay, all right.
Beth Moore, she's famous. That guy's mediocrely famous.
Okay. I like how they're not them leads.
Yeah, no.
They pick some randos
Just
to
some
play play the main characters, and then they had people famous in the Christian world that play the side characters. All right. So Philip, if I were to ask you what the best human versus aliens war is in film, what would you say?
Humans versus aliens?
Yeah. What would the mass majority say?
The mass majority.
Think of a very popular building blowing up. in the movie.
Independence Day?
Yeah. So I hate Independence Day.
Oh, you don't
with
like
a
Will
burning
Smith?
passion.
Will Smith?
And I don't care who does like Independence Day. You can take your opinion and shove it.
That's our patron.
I know. A lot of people like Independence Day. I see it for the garbage that it is. So I went with a different movie.
Men in Black.
No.
Oh,
I went with a less known movie,
okay.
very underrated movie.
Okay.
Battle LA.
Don't know that one.
You do know that one.
Don't
You
know
and
that
Lindsay
one.
watched it.
No.
It has Aaron Eckhart, the guy who plays Harvey Dent, in it.
No.
And it's about Marines.
You thought we were watching it, but we were making out.
It's about Marines who fight aliens.
You like to hear about that?
I just moved right past it. Battle Los Angeles.
Okay.
Anyways, I thought you had seen it. I thought you were going to be excited that I put it on here.
I'd love that you put it on there. I don't remember
Okay.
a lick about it.
So basically-
like most movies, I don't remember it. It just exits my mind.
So basically, the movie starts out and you think it's just a Marines movie, like a military movie.
But then
Like-
there's aliens.
well, they're just like in basic training or whatever. They're on like,
oh,
boot camps or
I
whatever.
see. I
And
like
then,
the sound of
and
that.
then aliens attack.
Wow.
And it's like a realistic,
like if something happened.
yeah, like if aliens actually came down, then this may be what it would be like.
Is Arrival in this list?
Does it have a rival?
No. Is your top 10 list, is it going to have Arrival in it?
That's not a war.
There's a war.
Not really. They come down, they want to communicate with us.
That's right.
If we talk about best science fiction movies at some point, then Rival would probably be on my
All right,
list.
good. As long as it's on a list.
But yeah, a lot of people don't like this movie for some reason. I like it a lot.
Probably all the people who like Independence Day don't like that movie.
Oh yeah, because people who like Independence Day doesn't know what good movies are. Also, I love the ending of it. Mm-hmm. They Battle LA doesn't even happen till like it cuts the credits before they get there.
Wait, what?
If I'm
What?
remembering correctly.
Do they show it? Like as a post-credit scene?
No, so like they go through this whole movie, they find civilians and go throughout the city, and they're trying to get to like the mothership, but just this one mothership. It's not the mothership
All the
of all.
motherships.
And then so they defeat that one, but then the movie ends. They're like, Los Angeles has been taken over. We're sending in reinforcements, and then they leave to go there, and then it cuts to credits.
Wow.
So it had an opening for a sequel, but I don't think it did super well. But yeah, it didn't end the story. It was open.
Maybe that's why so many people disliked it.
Maybe. Yeah, they were like, this isn't Battle LA. You like that impression of mouth breathers?
Yeah.
Okay,
great.
so that's my number 9 spot.
Okay.
I like that movie a lot, and I think it's an interesting war. It's seen from the perspective of a very like grounded people. Aaron Eckhart does a really good job at it.
I believe it.
Okay, number 8.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, number 8
number
for
8.
you. Okay.
So, spoiler alert:
Okay.
the husband almost cheats on his wife.
Okay.
And
Hold on? Does the wife know the whole time? Why is he almost? How did she find out that he almost cheats on her?
well, we'll get to there.
Okay,
we'll
all right.
get to there.
Okay.
Don't you worry. So this one took me a while. This is like fifth time
This
through.
was the last time you watched
Like
it.
I was like, I
Okay.
get it. All right. So the wife says to the husband right after he almost cheats on her, she says, "No one gets left behind. Remember?"
Oh,
And you're like, "Why do I know that?"
yeah.
And you're like, "Well, it's because it's from the hit movie series called Left Behind." Yeah. And so I just know it.
It was a little nod
It was a little nod.
because
They're
that was a
like,
Christian
yeah,
movie
'cause-
as well.
like he's like man, just really had a great dinner tonight. And she's like, "No one gets left behind, remember?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I had seafood and some steak." I was like, wow, why did they put that in there? And then I was like,
doesn't
oh,
even-
I get it. I see.
Doesn't even make sense in the
No,
context
yeah,
of the scene.
it's really strange.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, that's number 8.
Trying to think, when did the Nicolas Cage Left Behind movie come out? Or was it referencing the old ones?
I think that's the old one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe the people who made the Nicolas Cage one saw War Room and that line popped up.
Yeah.
and
Let's
they
put
were
that
like,
one in too.
They're like, let's make a new one
Yeah.
with Nicolas Cage because he'll do any movie because he needs to get
He
by
needs
his
that cash.
He needs that cash
Yeah.
because Hollywood doesn't cast him in anything anymore. Okay,
Is Nicolas Cage a Christian?
I don't think
is
so.
there like
Nicolas Cage is a weirdo.
that's what I assumed, but
I don't know. I've never heard anything about that, about him being a Christian.
well, all right.
Okay.
I mean, there's some Christian weirdos too,
I know.
like me.
And yeah, I was going to say like us.
Yeah.
But, okay. My number 8. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, this isn't a war. There's no armies and stuff like that. But I looked up, Philip,
Yeah.
get this.
Okay.
I looked up the definition of war, Philip.
Oh, give me that definition.
So, it is a state of usually open and declared armed hostile conflict between states or nations. Period of such armed conflict. Also says a state of hostility, conflict, or antagonism, a struggle or competition between opposing forces or for a particular end.
Okay.
So, I'm going with the Dark Knight trilogy,
Oh,
the War on Gotham.
the war on Gotham. I think that's a war.
So-
it's the good guys against the bad guys.
Yeah, and it switches up kind of what's attacking it. So it goes from criminals, crime.
Criminals.
Then it goes to the League of Shadows, assassins. They're like, we're gonna make this town kill themselves. And then for the Dark Knight, it goes back to crime. And then for Dark Knight Rises, you get a bit of both. You get the League of Assassins Return. I'm sorry, the League of Shadows Return.
Yep.
And they break out all the inmates of the jails.
Yep.
And then at the end, you get all the cops going up against Bane's army. So there is kind of armies.
Yeah.
And me being the person who loves the Dark Knight trilogy so much, I couldn't leave it out in good conscience.
I believe you. I feel like that makes sense for you.
And you know what's great about it is that like Batman's so outnumbered. He's got some allies,
true.
but they're shady allies.
That's true.
Really, the only like 4 people that stay on his side the entire time are Alfred, Gordon, Lucius, and Rachel. Those are really the only people that like are.
And even Rachel kind of like.
Well, Rachel dies.
Oh yeah, this is the other girl.
Oh, Talia.
No.
Oh, what are you
Wait,
talking
what?
about?
Who's his girlfriend? I guess
Rachel.
when does she die?
She dies in Dark Knight.
Rises or Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, she gets blowed up.
Yeah.
At the end. You're right.
but
You're
like,
right.
but like Harvey Dent.
But even
turns evil.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Rachel kind of doesn't even stick around for him. She
Well, I
kind of
guess
wants to, but then
Alfred
she
kind of ditches him as well.
Yeah, they all kind
He's
of
like, peace out. But anyways, I like that it's basically one man against like all this stuff going on.
Yeah,
I think that's an interesting angle.
that is an interesting angle.
So, your turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 7. So this one you gotta really like. This is like scene, like not scene by scene, but like frame by frame. You gotta look into it.
Okay.
And you're staring, and like there's a scene where the little girl is watching TV and she's just kind of ignoring her mom.
How old is she?
She's like, I don't know, 9 or 10 or
Okay.
11.
All right.
Probably more like 11.
Okay.
And the mom's like telling her all this stuff, like you need to do this, this, this.
Okay.
And
Like
then,
clean your room,
Yeah,
like
clean
that's-
your room.
okay, yeah, yeah.
You need to do your homework, do the dishes,
Right.
all that stuff. And the girl's watching TV, but if you look, like just for a couple seconds, you realize she's watching Bible Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you can just see like just a little bit of that yellow lightsaber
Okay.
or whatever they call it, Bible stick.
I wonder how much they had to pay. Or I guess probably the creators of Bible Man paid them.
Yeah.
They're like, please
Anything.
let us have more recognition.
Yeah. Please, 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 please. So yeah, you
Okay.
can just barely see it.
You can see
And,
that sweet, sweet purple and gold uniform that he wears.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I will have to. These are making me want to watch this movie all the more.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a good watch.
Okay, I'm glad that you thought that my joke email was a real one.
Yeah. I mean, whatever his name is, Paul was right. This is the best
Paul.
movie of 2019.
Oh.
2019 and 2015.
Nothing has topped it since it came out. Okay, my number 7, Philip.
Okay.
You ready for this?
No.
It is War for the Planet of the Apes.
I made my heart skip a beat.
I know you love this movie.
I love it. I still haven't seen the last one. I mean, I've seen it the first time, but I haven't seen the last one again
With
at
me.
at my house.
We were gonna watch it
with you and
together.
me. I'm gonna force Lindsay to watch it. put a little strap down, and she's just forced to watch it.
Okay. I love this movie because it doesn't even seem like when you think of a war. Like, okay, when this movie first started surfacing, and you know it was Rise and then Dawn, which should be switched.
So the remakes.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
remakes. Yeah. And then it was like the next one's gonna be called War for the Planet of the Apes, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense because like apes and humans kind of hate each other at this
Yeah.
point in the series. You're like, it's just gonna be an all-out like Lord of the Rings style
Yeah.
epic
Yeah.
thing. But then it's like a hostage movie.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
He has like the monkeys in cages the whole
Yeah.
like literally the whole movie.
Man, it's so good.
And Caesar goes on a little adventure with Maurice and a really weird ape.
That's right.
And someone
And
else
it's in the
is there.
snow. There's a little girl.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. The little girl. Yeah, it's like in the snow and he basically goes and just breaks these monkeys out of prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Phenomenal.
what year did that come out? 2017?
Pretty recently, yeah.
That was talking about good movies of the year they came out. Mm-hmm. That's probably one of my favorite movies of that year.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, a different side of war.
Mm-hmm.
It is a war film. It's just not big battles.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the depressing side of war. It's being held captive and treated poorly. And
Hey, yeah.
really good movie.
Yeah.
Really, really intriguing war film.
I agree.
All right.
I agree. I'm glad that made it on there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I knew that would make you happy as well.
It did. Okay. All right. So the movie progresses.
Okay.
now we're getting to the real conflict. So Tony,
Tony?
that's the husband.
Oh, okay.
How could you forget
You
his
said
name?
Troy.
It's Tony. So
All right.
Tony, he is just being a bad husband.
Okay.
And he's starting to cheat on his wife. And this lady and him go out to dinner.
Okay.
And he's like already in his mind decided he's going to cheat on his wife. But his wife's home praying.
Okay.
And as she's praying, the husband gets a tummy ache.
Oh.
All right. Now, the real miracle isn't that he gets a tummy ache. The miracle is that he gets out of his pocket to settle his stomach a little testament. You ever seen those?
No.
You've never seen a testament?
Like as like an Altoid?
It's like an Altoid, but it's a testament.
Was it like an older package or kind of a newer looking?
Like, I don't know, a couple of years old maybe.
Okay.
Like he's
So-
had that for a while.
So like an Old Testament.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
been around for a while, but like people still use it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an Old Testament.
What is it?
It's an Old Testament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a New Testament.
Not a New Testament.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, but how does that help with his tummy ache? I thought you were going to say he started downing Pepto-Bismol.
No, it's like mint helps your tummy.
Okay. Is this true? Is this a thing?
I don't know. That's what he does.
Okay. Does it
He
work?
just gets out a little testament, and it doesn't work.
Okay.
So he really needed a New Testament.
Oh, that would have worked.
Yeah, I mean the Old Testament, it wasn't quite finished yet. It was like they didn't quite finish the product yet.
But I mean, if the Old Testament wasn't finished yet, then the New Testaments wouldn't have even been in manufacture.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
so-
true. Yeah, they both kind of need each other.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't have a New Testament, you kind of
Why
need an
is
Old
this
Testament.
a Easter egg? I don't understand. That's just a thing that happens in the movie.
It's a testament. That's like a Christian thing that everybody knows about. The testaments.
Oh, like in the Bible, you have the Old and the New Testament.
You got it now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say that right at the beginning?
I don't know.
Okay,
I just wanted to see if you get it.
all right, that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What was his name? Tony.
Yeah.
So speaking of Tony, let's talk about the MCU.
Oh, I was waiting for it. Are the rest of them all MCU stuff?
No. So it's the Thanos storyline.
Okay. Yes.
So you get him sending Loki down with the Chitauri. You get all the first Guardians movie is kind of in motion because of Thanos, and you realize that he's just been wiping people out for years, just planet by planet. So he's pretty much a conqueror, dictator of sorts. And then finally we get to Infinity War and Endgame, and it's an all-out war.
It's an actual war.
We get the Battle of Wakanda and the Endgame battle. I don't know if it's come to a name yet from fans, but
Endgame Battle 1.
and you know what? If you're not too satisfied with that, then just go ahead over and watch Civil War. You can get your war fix there.
That's true. It literally has war in the title.
Yeah,
I guess Infinity War does too.
right. So yeah, that's the MCU. One of the bigger scaled wars on my list.
Now, why does that get so high? What how did it fit the criteria?
Creativity. So you got I mean, the whole Infinity War in general. It's like a miracle that it works as well. It does.
Yeah.
Very creative. They had it very well planned out that like the stones were here, Thanos has to go here to get them. And even like setting Thanos up in 2012 and then finally coming in as the main villain in 2000, like 6 years later.
It's impressive.
Yeah, and like it's 10 years in, you're definitely like you care about the characters. And my other criteria was like how helpless the weight is, like the feeling of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, when he, spoilers, snaps and half the universe disintegrates. I mean, that's a pretty helpless feeling.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's good.
and when they get to him, and he's like, "Yeah, no, there's no way that you can undo this." And then they just move on with life for 5 years. I mean, that's pretty helpless.
Yep.
Pretty hopeless, I should say.
Helpless.
So yeah, my number 6 was the MCU war.
The MCU. Okay. I think we got something to do.
What, Patreon?
Patreon. Now
Okay,
listen.
hold on. Let me text Kathy. Tell her that we need the music to play.
Yeah. Okay. Text her.
Yeah. So okay, it's sent.
Okay. Great.
And
there it is.
Okay.
There it is.
So we need money. But why? Tell them why we need money.
Well, we would like to do this for the rest of our lives. And we would just really like to, not have our normal jobs. And the only way we can do that is if we can get more patrons.
Yeah.
We also would like to feel like people care about us. Because right now, I think that no one cares about me.
Can you feel how disinterested Philip is this episode?
I don't care about this episode.
So just give us money so that he'll get interested again.
I
miss my fun Philip. I miss the fun interactions we used to have on the show.
Remember when we had fun?
Yeah, I do.
If you gave us money, we'd have more fun.
Talk about hopelessness.
Wow. Yeah. You know what else is going on?
What?
We really need to get rid of Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to hire someone else in Kathy's spot. And you may be asking, guys, why are you talking about Kathy when she can hear you? Well, the reason I was texting her and not telling her is because we stole her hearing aid earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to replace her really quickly.
Yep. So
She's been trashing our studio. Every time we come in, it's just trashed.
Yeah. So if anybody's
The weird thing is that we come in and it's all trashed, and we look over and she hasn't usually when you go in and trash something, you're gonna leave afterwards, but she's just squatting in the corner.
She's
of the
just
room.
always here.
So I don't know. Does she have a house?
I mean, I think that Gaius he lives there.
Okay.
And she just doesn't want to go back.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So we need a new person to play our Patreon music. We'll pay you.
Well, nah.
We'll
give you a place to stay.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There is a couch in here. It's a fairly comfortable couch. So
yeah, it's great.
Give us money on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Philip.
Number 5.
What's your number 5? Oh, hold on. Let me text Kathy to tell her to turn this music off.
Jeez.
And send.
She's not looking at her phone, is she?
No, I don't think so.
That's a good tune.
Yeah. Get it. Uh-huh. All right, there we go. There we go.
Man, jeez.
All right.
We
What's
need to
your
do
number
something about
5, Philip?
Number 5, you remember that cool game called Guitar Hero?
Yes.
Yeah. So, they play it in the movie. It's
Okay.
kind of near the end. Things are getting a lot better.
Like the family's playing it?
Yeah, it's kind of like in a montage. But they're actually playing it, and it's weird because you hear Christian music as they're playing.
Oh.
And I was like, that's weird.
Is it just like
Guitar Hero definitely doesn't have any Christian music.
Is
in
it just a track over top of the scene?
No.
Oh.
I looked at the guitar and I realized, oh, that's not Guitar Hero. That's actually what's it called? It's called Guitar Praise, an actual video game called Guitar Praise for Christians. And they're actually playing that. And it's very strange that they were able to get the rights to play that video game that everybody loves called Guitar Praise.
So it's just all Christian music.
It's all Christian music.
What song were they playing?
They were playing that David Carter song, like "Oh Praise Him." Oh, praise Him. That's the one.
Oh,
yeah. It was a weird choice too, because it's not a very guitar-driven song. I don't know.
Well, and that's like an older song.
Yeah.
Pick a new song.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Church Who Makes War Room.
Yeah, man. So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Guitar
cool
Praise.
Guitar Praise, a real video game thing.
I thought you were
Guitar
gonna say
Praise.
it was I don't know, like the one true hero instead of Guitar Hero.
No.
or something like that.
No, see, what's interesting too is it's called guitar praise, as if to say that what we're doing is praising a guitar.
Oh, I see. So it's a little.
Yeah, it's a little Satan-esque.
All right.
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Were there large like stars up on the wall?
Well, it's weird if you look at the TV. Like, it's like the crowd is like all like they're like, "Hail you, guitar player!"
Okay. All right. So
You're the
they're
best."
almost like worshiping the band.
Yeah, it's
okay.
really strange.
Like most concerts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's an interesting fun fact that you got there, Philip.
Yeah, it's a weird Easter egg. That
My
one.
number 5 is the Terminator War.
I've never seen Terminator.
So this is why my Days of Future Past was an honorable mentions, because it's very similar. People versus robot, like robots, and it's a very dystopian world. They send someone back in the past.
All the robots.
Yeah. So John Connor is the leader of the human resistance, essentially. And
He has to like time travel to get somebody back.
yeah, he sends Kyle Reese back in time.
He doesn't even himself go.
No.
Is he real?
Is he real?
Is that Connor?
Yeah, because then in the second one, because you know in the first Terminator, the Terminator's
I
the
just
villain.
said I've never seen it.
Okay, I'm asking you if you know this fun fact, or not fun fact, just this fact about it.
Listen,
The Terminator is the villain in the first Terminator movie.
I do know that, and then
Okay.
he's not. He's
And
not.
he's the hero in the second one. That's because they send that type of model back to save a young John Connor,
Back
so
to
that
the
he.
future.
Oh,
So save Tim
John Connor.
Conway.
I would like, yeah, Tim Conway needs to be saved. I want to see him in heaven. But yeah, classic human versus robots.
Okay.
That's my human versus robot war.
Human
spot.
versus robot.
Yep.
Okay. Not iRobot.
No.
What is up with you and Will Smith hating? Just hating.
I actually don't think I like Will Smith all that much.
That's because you don't think he plays anybody else but himself.
That's true.
You've
I do
talked
like
about
him in
that.
that one movie where he can't get a job, and his kid.
It's called His Real Life. Oh
No,
Just kidding.
he gets jobs. They're just embarrassing, like this new Aladdin movie.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know. He might be good in it. He's not. He's definitely not Robin Williams.
no one is. But yeah, Will Smith is embarrassing. What's your number 4?
Number 4 is that. So this one was like I didn't actually see this. It was really hidden.
Did Lindsay see it?
No.
Oh.
I looked it up online.
Oh, okay.
So at the so kind of continuing on with the movie. So like basically, for an hour you watch the movie and you're thinking the whole story is going to be about the wife and the husband getting back together.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
No. Second half of the movie, they get back together. First half. Second half is about them restoring the relationship with the daughter, I guess.
Okay.
And she's in a jump rope contest. And for real, she's in a jump rope contest. That's a real part of the movie. And she has to win. Well, listen.
Okay.
So they have this like big montage. The husband has to become the coach and all this stuff. And like, it's like a sports movie, basically. The last half of the movie.
Okay.
And it's about jump rope.
It's like a Rocky movie.
And we're like a rock movie. And but in the movie, like they cut a few times in that like montage, and it's like dodgeball for some reason. But like
Okay.
I was just like, oh, that's weird that they put that in there. But it's actually from the movie Dodgeball.
What?
Yeah, so they just like they got the rights from that movie. I don't know if like
They
somehow
just use footage?
They just use straight up footage from Dodgeball. Vince Vaughn's in there. Like you can see like
Wait, really?
the back part of Vince Vaughn, and you're like, whoa. Now that I know that, like I can't unsee it. It's crazy.
What the heck?
And like the color coding's all different. Like it's really
Oh my
strange that
gosh.
they put it in there. But I didn't catch it at all the 5 times I watched it. And I
Well-
was like, oh, that's Vince Vaughn. No, I know.
That's just weird to me that like, I mean, they had to pay for the rights for Dodgeball.
Yeah, I don't know. What
Why
they're
would you
thinking.
just not go to their church building probably has a gym in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just go there and
I can't believe it.
Okay.
But I mean, I looked it up online, means it must be true. Then
Okay.
I watched it 6th time.
Oh, you watched it 6 times?
I watched it that was recently. I didn't want to brag on it.
Okay, all right.
And so
You just watched it for fun.
6th time, that one I watched for fun, and that
Okay.
one was like, oh, I see Vince Vaughn.
Wow. All right.
It's weird.
Vince Vaughn.
He like even has a line. He's like dodgeball, and it's really strange. Dodgeball.
How did you not catch this the first 5
I mean,
times?
nobody caught it. It was like just this one guy on the internet.
Oh, all right.
And then, they did like an interview with the directors. And they're like, yeah, that was from Dodgeball.
Wow.
That was Vince Vaughn. He said Dodgeball.
Oh, my. All right.
Yeah, you can hear somebody cussing in the background. It's really crazy.
Okay. My number 4. Philip, a lot of this stuff, the reason why at the beginning I said it was similar to our Worlds
Yeah.
podcast. That is if that was in the actual beginning or if that's in the
I think that's in the
extra
edited
edit.
out.
Okay, anyways. A lot of these kind of overlap with that, with the movie worlds. Because my number 4 is The Matrix.
Oh, there's a Bill War scene in there.
The war between the people and the Matrix.
Yeah.
As far as creativity goes, it's probably one of the higher ones on my list.
That's true.
But yeah.
Is that which movie is that really in then? Would that be the third one?
Third one, yeah.
Where it actually becomes a war?
All right.
Is there a scene in The Matrix where they're like on a highway and
That's the
things-
second one.
I feel like that scene's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. That's the only good thing about that movie. But I was like, I was doing my research and I was seeing kind of what the world thought about, fictional wars and movies.
Yeah.
Matrix was always up there.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
So I was
Good
like, you know
war.
what? I'm gonna fall into peer pressure.
Okay, and you did.
And I'm gonna put it as my number 4.
There's a Matrix video game that I really loved.
Yeah.
And
Did you do bullet time?
you could do bullet
Really?
time. It was the best part. And then you could walk on walls and all this
Oh,
stuff.
my.
It was really fun. Kind of want to play that video game now. Got me in the Matrix mood.
I need to sit down and watch those again.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
But yeah,
I like that science fiction.
The Matrix
You know me.
War.
Whoa. The Matrix. Okay, so
Matrix
number
War.
3 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's a little controversial.
Okay.
Another part of the story is that there's this old lady that's a real prayer warrior. You know,
Okay.
warrior. That's what she is. Because she's rare and she's a warrior. She's
Okay.
a warrior.
All right.
And
Does she have a T-shirt that says "I'm a warrior"?
warrior. I hope so. I want that T-shirt. If somebody could please make it for me. With like 2 praying hands, but there's like blood coming out of them and just like
Because you're just high fiving
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
hard.
too
All right.
hard. Anyway, so that warrior is meeting with the main character.
Okay.
This is near the beginning of the movie because she
Okay.
needs to learn that she needs to pray.
Oh, so she's like pouring into
Yeah.
her. Okay.
Yeah. Some discipleship.
Okay.
And so the old lady, the warrior, is trying to tell her that like she's not hot nor cold. This woman.
As in like looks wise.
No.
Oh.
No, as in like spiritual wise.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good joke.
I thought she was just like, honey, you're just average looking.
You're just really average.
I'll really pray for you.
You know what you need is some Jesus to make you more beautiful on the outside. Really good. And so so the way that she like kind of teaches her
Okay.
is she pours her a cup of coffee and it's lukewarm. And the lady, she takes a sip and she spits it out. This is Rachel, not the warrior.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, okay, that's great. Well, so you think that that's the whole gist of it.
Yeah, like lukewarm.
Yeah, it's lukewarm. But
yeah.
guess what?
What?
That's not it. The reason she spit it out is because it was Starbucks coffee. And that's like devil coffee. Like all Christians know that's devil coffee.
Yeah. I remember this.
They're basically devil.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if Satan, like if he pooped out anything, it would be Starbucks coffee.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That's gross. That's that liquidy.
Yeah, it is kind of nasty.
Um,
So that's
So wait, is that said that, or is it just like, is it?
no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't exactly explain that. Is that
Yeah.
if you look like in the background, it's like a little like washed out. 'cause
Yeah,
it's in
okay.
the background, but
Blurry.
you can see a big old can of Starbucks
Really?
coffee grounds.
Interesting. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. That,
Well, you know it's not Starbucks. It says Starbutts because it's from Satan's butt, but they, it looks like Starbucks.
I'm surprised it didn't say Star of David's Bucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't do that. But
Yeah.
then she couldn't spit it out.
That's true.
It had to be Starbucks.
Because then it would have been blasphemous.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I like that one. Good job on finding that out. My number 3 is a movie that I don't think you've ever seen.
Like most.
Starship Troopers.
Oh no, I know of it.
Okay. So it's basically it's a really interesting story.
Okay,
So we pick up and this war has been going on for a long time as it is.
okay.
So basically, like the only schooling you have is military-esque.
Oh,
This
'cause
society is just
it's just all
mad
war?
people.
Whoa.
Yeah, like the teachers are literally like teaching these students violence is the answer
Oh,
to all your
wow.
problems.
Whoa.
And I think his name is Johnny Rico. He's like, I don't know. I don't know about that, teacher.
Oh, and then they get killed.
Well, by the end of the movie, he's just stone cold. Like, he's just like yelling at troops. And he's like, get out there, kill these bugs before they kill you.
Okay.
So they're basically brainwashing this society into being violent. And it's against these giant bugs. I forget if they're trying to colonize on their planet or what. But these giant bug creatures are like horrifically vicious.
Oh, sounds like that scene in Wreck-It Ralph when he goes inside the 3D video
Oh
game.
yeah. It's similar. I think that was actually kind of a spoof on.
Was it
Starship
really?
Troopers. I think so.
Oh,
At least it's similar.
okay.
The movie's not that dark looking.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of like desert
Oh, okay.
landscape in it, but
They're nasty bugs like that, though.
yeah, like this one guy. So basically, there's like a love square going on. So the main guy likes this girl, and she kind of leads him on. But then she likes this other guy, and then a fourth person, another girl, likes the main character.
Wow, that's a lot of. That is a square.
And then the only thing missing is that the guy that the main girl likes doesn't like the girl that likes the main guy. It's the only thing that's missing. But spoilers, because I know you probably won't watch this movie
Yeah.
at least. The two supporting characters, so not the main guy and girl, but the girl that likes the main guy and the guy that the main girl likes, they both end up dying. And the way that the guy dies, this bug shoves its thing into his brain,
Like-
into his head, into his
Whoa.
skull, and it sucks his brain out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'll show you the scene when we're done.
well, I don't know if I want to see that.
But it's like, yeah, just the whole movie's a war film.
Wow. The
It's
whole thing.
great. It's awesome.
What number is that for you?
3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how rad it is. It beat out Terminator and The Matrix.
Man.
because I love it.
I've never seen it.
There you go.
Sounds very violent.
It is
Very violent.
how wars are.
I guess that's true. Real war,
Okay,
not these imaginary wars we're talking about.
right.
Speaking of real wars, so there's a scene where the main character, like she finally is like all in on praying.
Oh,
She goes to
So is she not a Christian
She-
at the beginning of the movie? Are they not Christians?
She's like not a nominal Christian, like just
Okay.
kind of like just chilling.
Is that what-
well? She's lukewarm.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, and then she
She's
becomes,
lukewarm
Then she
instead of chilling because
yeah, I
chilling's
get it.
cold.
I got it. Yeah. So by the end, she gets hot for Jesus, and but she prays. She prays.
Okay.
She prays real hard. Now
She's
it's
like,
weird.
please don't let my husband cheat on me.
Yeah, she's like casting out demons and stuff. It's crazy.
Oh my.
It's crazy. She
Okay.
she says, "You got no hold on this house, Satan."
Oh my.
And then like
She's like
the windows start
spritzing
shaking.
holy water and
yeah,
stuff?
It's
Okay.
real intense, real Pentecostal.
Okay. Okay.
But in the midst of that, it's real weird because like that's a very serious scene.
Yeah.
You're like real feeling real crazy,
Right.
and like
Demons are getting cast out
well,
of
yeah,
you and
yeah,
stuff like
well,
that.
yeah, exactly. Like you're feeling it. You know that she was feeling it when she was
Right.
doing the scene.
Yeah,
they probably
yeah.
only did like one take, and that was it.
They actually had her perform an exorcism when she was
well,
there
and so like
on
things
set.
are shaking.
Yeah.
Like TV's turning on and off, which is important. But like
Okay.
there's other stuff. There's like the like there's a couple like pieces of china that fall on the floor.
Okay.
It's like, man, it's intense.
All right.
And like, but if you look at the TV, you can see, if you look real close, you can see Alfonso Ribeiro. You know
Okay.
who that is?
No.
Well, he's the guy that did the Carlton dance, and he's literally doing the Carlton dance.
Oh,
just in
really?
the background, like super happy.
Yeah.
and it's like it's so strange. I don't know why they put that in there,
Oh my. So tell me.
but
what-
it's like you can see the TV's turning on. And off
Tell
real
me
crazy.
what's in focus in that scene. Is it her who's praying, or is it the TV in the background?
Well, they do like a big like it's like going around.
It's like a
her.
whip
It's-
pan.
No,
It's like a circle.
doing a circle around
Okay.
her as she's praying. You kind of get dizzy as that's
Yeah.
happening, and then it cuts away from her for a second and kind of shows what's going on in the room,
Yeah.
the war room, and like things are going crazy. And then you just for a moment you can see Carlton just right on by there. And there
Okay.
he is. He's in his cardigan, and pink cardigan, and dancing away.
My goodness.
So I guess they're trying to say that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Carlton is kind of Satan. I don't know. Next.
Okay, so my 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Either way, I know people are going to be upset about which one I.
Yeah, I'm already upset.
Because both are incontested. Like I had trouble picking which one I was going to go with, but ultimately, I went with my number 2 as being Star Wars.
Whoa, only number 2. Huh?
As we're going strictly original trilogy, The Empire versus the Rebels.
Okay.
The
All right. I
Rebellion.
think I know what your number 1 is then, and I'll tell it to the audience before you say it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's again like you just feel like hopeless. Like these rebels are just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just getting dominated by the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course it does a flip flop, and Empire Strikes Back. They're kind of like because at the end of A New Hope, the rebels win. It's like victory.
Yeah.
But then Empire Strikes Back, they're like, nope. And they, they force them to be on like the snow planet.
Yep.
And the rebels are just down on their luck that entire movie.
Yeah.
And then in the third one, they get befriended by little teddy bears and they overtake the Empire.
That's all they needed were the teddy bears.
Yeah, great war films.
Yeah. And they even have like that cool medal scene at the end, like a war.
Medal scene.
Like they receive the medals.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, no, cool. Like everything's there. In fact, Star Wars is basically supposed to be World War II in space. Was what it like all the it was supposed to be like dog fighting,
Yeah, that makes
that
sense.
type of ship battles and stuff.
Space.
But yeah, Star Wars
Star Wars.
is my number 2.
Okay. Well, can you guess my number 1?
I can't because I didn't watch this movie.
Okay. Well, this one you might not really get.
Okay.
So, but I'll explain it. So, like I said, the war room becomes her closet. She has to make some space in her closet, and it's the war room. And she like writes a lot of handwritten notes all over the place, like of scripture and stuff. If you read one of the little scripture notes, it's not scripture. It's actually it says the cake isn't real. And what's funny is like, so that's what they were. There's a video game called Portal where like you get to find out like, well, spoiler. Well, I won't spoil it, but throughout the whole game, there's sayings on the wall that say the cake is a lie. But for some reason, like they thought, I don't know, maybe they thought that would be funny if they said the cake isn't real.
Okay.
I don't know. And so like, but it's clearly a thing about Portal within
What do you think?
War Room.
What kind of metaphor is that for Christianity? Portals.
I don't know. It's real strange. But there it is. You can see it. If you look real close, it says the cake is not real.
So
Instead of the cake is a lie.
And it's just surrounded by like Philippians 4:13,
Yeah.
John 3:16,
Yeah.
and it's just the cake isn't real.
Yeah.
All right.
She even drew like a little cake.
Is it a birthday cake?
Yeah.
All right.
With candles on it.
Well, Portal fans, you got to go watch War Room now.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Trying to get
let's
inside that market.
Yeah. Yeah.
That 18 to 25-year-old male market that everybody wants part of. Everybody wants a slice of that pie. Of that birthday cake pie. I'd like a pie right now.
All right.
So your number one
Moving
is going to
on.
be...
This episode's so long.
Your number one episode
Yeah.
is going to be Toy Story. Tom Hanks against the other guy called Buzz Lightyear. Am I right?
No. Do you want to give an actual guess?
No, I wouldn't. I would guess that it would be Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my number one.
All right.
So when it came down to this versus Star Wars, I was struggling. I was like, what am I going to put as number one? And I was thinking about it, I was like, Star Wars, even though Wars is in the name, the war kind of takes the backseat to the characters. Like,
Yes.
like in Empire,
Yes.
like Luke's off training with Yoda.
Yeah.
It's not really a war film. And then like, I mean, Han and Leia and Chewie and stuff are on the run from the Empire, but it's not like battles and you know, politics and all that type of stuff.
Well, there becomes some more politics.
Well, and the prequels, but we're not talking about the prequels. But and then I was thinking of Lord of the Rings. I was like, that all three of those movies is a war.
Yeah.
It's just like that's the whole driving force of everything.
Yeah.
You can't get away from the war aspect of that movie because that's like, other than the Shire, everything is a part of it.
The whole thing.
You get the Battle of Helm's Deep. You get the when he rides down on basically what it's going to be like when Jesus returns. He's on the white horse.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just the scope of these movies are just like phenomenal. They're outrageously huge. And,
Sweet.
And I like, when I was thinking of like lore and stuff like that, like how long the war has been going on in Lord of the Rings, I was like, man, there's just so much there. I felt bad not putting it at number one.
I think you made the right decision.
Thank you, Philip.
I think you made the right decision.
So that brings us to an end of our joint. No,
Well,
of our opposite.
our opposites.
Our opposites.
Well, in case everybody, in case you didn't figure it out. Except for the...
Oh, don't tell them.
No, I got to.
No. I want
can't-
people to see for themselves.
I will not cut that out.
Yes, cut it out. Philip. Say stay foxy, my friends.
No.
Do it.
Love you all.
Say, whisper,
Bye.
be like, hey, stay foxy.
Hey, bye everybody. Bye.
Say stay foxy, my friends.